Well, I think it says I'm live. It didn't come up in the middle of the screen that time like it normally does. Find out here in a minute. See if anybody comes in. Mm-hmm. Well, I haven't got my video out yet. I got back uh, from the pony rides and somebody come in, sat down and fell asleep. So, Eric, how's the weather in Pensacola? We had a bad storm. People are starting to come in. There's Neil. Neil. Yeah, we went on our pony rides today, and storm started moving in, so I moved on out, headed home. I outrun the storm, but did what I had to do and made it home before the storm hit. Even though where we were at, it was starting to rain and thunder and lightning and everything else, and I said, "Okay, I gotta go." Then I come home, sit down in this chair right here, and fell asleep for 4 hours. Whew, my longest day. Occasional shower. Yeah. It's Peggy. Hey, Peggy. Peggy. She's out there. Everybody's hanging in there. Thought I'd jump on for a few minutes and see what everybody was doing. See if everybody was doing all right. You, yeah, we had a bad storm. Uh, it hit pretty hard. Got a few. I hadn't got around to making the video yet because it started to storm. It started thundering and lightning, and while we were at the pony rides, it was at the end of it, about 3 o'clock today. And I was like, I gotta go. I can't drive in the rain. I gotta go. I gotta outrun this rain, and I did. I made it all the way to the store and got my prescriptions that I had to pick up, and grabbed a couple pieces of groceries, and I didn't go to the dollar store today. Surprise, surprise. There'll be an all-point bulletin out looking for me over there. Uh, I made it to the house and got everything in, and then the storm hit here. And I was like, okay, just in time. Let's see. Oh, the redwood. Oh, yeah. Allergies will make you feel worse than the cold will sometimes. Peggy's ready to file paperwork on people. Yeah, the storm hit pretty hard here. They put out bulletin out, warning out, severe storms. But it's finally, uh, after I got everything put away from the store and got in the house, it started. And I walked out and filmed out the door there for a minute, came back in, sit down in this chair, and I slept until about 30 minutes ago. I just say, just passed out, kicked back. Mm, yeah. Well, I still got some swelling. You can see it. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but my joints are feeling better. I'm starting to move again. That mess set all up into my shoulder and my elbow, and sheesh. Uh, she had me. She even put me on an antibiotic. She says, "No, I can." And I don't know what the other one was, but it's supposed to help make this mess go away, but clear up. But yeah, and this it. Yesterday the swelling was really noticeable. It's not so noticeable today. Goodness. I didn't make sense to me why I need an antibiotic, but she says, "Oh, that can set into that can turn into infection in them joints." Okay, you know, I saw talk about doctors. I hate dealing with doctors. Not so much going in and seeing one, but when they want you to do this and want you to do that, and they want to set this up for this test, and they want to set that up for that test, and uh, it turns into a whole fiasco. It's just uh, it's like pulling teeth. My doctor told me, she says, I want you to get an X. I want to get an X-ray, and then she goes, well, what would be better would be a CT scan. Okay. Well, she talked me into getting for a CT scan, and then another nuclear stress test. And she says you can do them both at the same place, and get that done. And she says I'll be able to see more that way. And I said finally I agree. I said okay, if I can do them both at the same place and get them done, can I do them the same day? She should be able to. Okay. Well, a couple of days later, I get a phone call. This lady goes, "Yeah, I'm with such and such, and we wanted to know which hospital you wanted to do it at, and blah blah blah." But she didn't say nothing about the which one was it? She was called. Oh, she didn't say nothing about the CT scan. She just talking about the stress thing. I said, well, she said they could do both of them down here in Fort Overthorpe. She goes, "Oh yeah, yeah, they can do them both." She says, "Well, you got two of them. I don't have an order before one of them." I said, "Well, she put both orders in at the same time." She says, "Well, do you want to wait on this appointment and just let me wait and get the other order, and we'll set them up and we can do them back to back?" I said, "Okay." Now, when I left her office, she says, "We should be able to have that done. You should be able to have that done in 3 weeks. So I want you to come back in 3 weeks." Uh, so they went out there and they made my appointment to come back to my doctor in 3 weeks, right? Well, the lady who called me about that, she called me about having an X-ray made. I said, well, I don't think I'm supposed to have an X-ray. I said, she said that to start with, but then she said she could see more with a CT scan. And she says, "Oh yeah, well that wouldn't, yeah, that don't add up." She says, "Hold on a minute." So she kept me on the phone for about 10 minutes. Then she come back and said I couldn't talk to her because she's with a patient. But let me get this straight, and I'll call you back either way. I said, "All right, whatever, just let me know." Well, I ain't never heard back from her. Well, I haven't heard back from the one at the from the hospital neither. Well, then to top it all off, I get this text message a day or so later, and the lady, it was I forget what her name was, but it was a woman that's texting me, and I don't get too many texts from women anymore, my age, but but she she texted me and said she was with the mobile CT scan, and that she would be set up at my doctor's office on the 20th of next month, and want to know what would be the best time for me to come in. And I'm like, well, my doctor's appointment is before the 20th. Now this ain't adding up. So I didn't even respond to her. I just didn't respond. I'm waiting on the lady from the hospital. There's, I you know, I have a hard enough time remembering what I'm going to do after I go to bed and get up again and what I'm supposed to do that day without making notes. But my notes are going from this to that to this to that to back to this and back to that. I just threw it all away. Forget it. Forget the CT scan if they don't call me back. Forget the X-ray that I wasn't supposed to have to start with. I don't think. And forget the stress test. If I don't hear back from them, okay, so be it. I'm going to do my own stress test. I'm going to leave town. Then when they call me, I'll be going, I'm not in town. I'm sorry. Y'all had y'all shots and y'all had them all messed up. One crossing the other one. Yeah, but I come in here from the pony ride, sat down here and fell asleep, woke up, and like, whoa, it's 8:30. And uh, yeah, I just fell right. I went right to sleep. I think I fell asleep at the pony ride too. So I know. Yeah. Well, the thing was, when I walked out of her office, they'll contact me with, you know, to set up appointments. So I waited for them. But every one of them called me, and none of them, and text me, and none of them were what they were supposed to be, the way they're supposed to be. But the lady at the hospital who called me about the stress test, she goes, "Well, we'll just wait and hold off on this and schedule them back to back." Well, if they're going to schedule them back to back, why am I getting a text to wait till the 20th to do it of next month from somebody else? Everybody's trying to jump in on the bandwagon. I just need one person, and let's get this right and get it straight and get going and get it done. Yeah, everybody. Yeah. Well, she don't like what she hears, and she wants to check this and that. And the answers to her questions were yes, and she's worried about that. I said, "Why are you worried about it for? I'm not." She said, "Well, somebody's got to worry about you." I said, oh, okay. But it was concerning enough that she wanted to get it all done within 3 weeks. Close, right. As soon as possible. I know, but they're all mixed up. They don't know if they're coming or going. Hey, Christina, did y'all make it home? Oh, I outrun the storm. I made it to the house. Made it to Walmart, got my prescriptions, and made it back to the house, and passed out for over 4 hours here, sitting right here in the chair. I just told them I think I fell asleep even at the pony rides. It was kind of hazy. I was starting to get out of sorts. Yeah, yeah. If the storm's over there, I'm going that way. I'm sure you are, because but sweep the driveway. Didn't that storm hit hard over there? It should have washed it off. Nah, Neil, they can't move by themselves. I mean, even when they eat, you gotta put the food in their mouth and move their jaws back and forth for them. Two, is that supposed to be number two? Two new jobs? You got two new jobs? I think that's what she meant. Oh, what's bad, Neil, is when you try to walk those horses and you got to keep moving one leg, then go to the other side, move the other one, then go to the back, move the two in the back forward some. Takes a long time to walk a horse. I sit right here. I think I started to make my video for today, and I sit here. I mean, I sit down here and I was out, and I woke up. My phone was dead. My phone's. I took it in there and plugged it up. Remote control horses. That's a good idea. Yeah, Christina. There's your idea. There's your idea right there. Remote control horses. I mean, they're inside a ring, right? They got to take people around the ring. I've always sat there and thought, strap one of them electrical dog collars to the back end of that horse, hit that button, that horse will go. Yeah, and then cut it off when you want it to stop. I think they should be able to train them to do that. You won't have to walk them around no more. They're just right on around the ring. Horse be standing there, somebody on his back, like I don't have to go nowhere. And then all of a sudden, his eyes go, the head goes up, and round that ring it'll go. Woo! And you know the things have frequencies on them, low. You know you can keep increasing it. So if you want them to go slow, you just give it a little bit. Keep turning it up. The faster you want them to go. Yeah. Next. Yeah, they could. They, you know, when we do the Tennessee, uh, whatever they call that thing over there, what do they call it, Christina? The big one. Uh, when they do that one, I think the lines are long. People line up to ride the ponies, and I figured they need to start practicing to walk faster so they could get. Hey, Meg, there's Meg's little house in the country. The best sunrise and sunset you could possibly get. Uh, but if they learn to walk, if these girls would learn to walk faster, they could ride twice as many people. Or the grounds live next. They're not going to be live this week, Neil. They were supposed to be. They were supposed to be in live Thursday, and I guess it'll be next Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, they had some meeting and something with the 4-H and all that for the kids as pigs, I reckon, for the show and all that stuff they're going to do. But, gonna. I think the dog's on my porch. Oh, they might drop in. If they Neil's going by and get over it. I'm almost back to normal, Meg. I think a couple more days of this medicine have me all cleared up. Well, what she thought about your accident? Accident. I know what he said. I'm just messing. Neil, I didn't think you sounded funny at all. I think you sounded kind of what I expected. You know, somebody from that area. It's just like the people up in New York and New Jersey. Uh, they come down here and go, oh yeah, you from New Jersey, all right? Yeah, and over 30 some years of being all over this country, sometimes it's hard for me to notice that somebody because I got used to hearing all the different slang and the different people's way of talking. That I don't give much thought to it. It's just certain words sometimes somebody might say. Like Brandon Eddy. You know, ideal. I got an ideal. Just certain words sometimes. Well, just a few miles. Huh. Well, to be honest with you, the slang, not so much the accent, but the slang changes around here from you can go just down the road to a different neighborhood. I've been meaning to ask Brandon something, and every time I've talked to him, I forgot it. Every, it's a good idea. Christina, did the storm hit as bad as it looked when I left? At least I was going in the right direction. I was running from it the whole time. I made it all the way to Walmart and then back home. Yeah. Well, as soon as I turned out of school and made it to kind of through that first traffic light, like where you turn back to Rossville, I didn't have no problem. It was clear all the way. Pecan. Pecans, pecans, pecans. I hear it all different ways. They make it a mess, yeah. Oh, you were going ahead and you were putting me through my stress test. I'll take you over to the hospital with me whenever they get that appointment. I'm going, okay, I'm here for it. Let her say what she's got to say. Oh, mercy. His heart rate went up big time. I saw, I forget what town it was now, but there was somebody else. Christina was having some kind of outdoor activity thing, like that was up there where we were at, and the bounce house and the big water, the big slide, blow up slide, was got hit by the storm, moved in, and it was flying through the air. It rides on the island. Yeah, that would be that would be interesting, Neil. Five or 6 hours. Well, Christina and them needs to learn to walk faster so they can get more people around the ring, and then Meg's got to learn how to pull weeds fast. Eric, you, you're following Neil's footsteps there. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know. Them baby pumpkins she's got to set up with them. They get to crying at night and stuff like that. Oh, you used your bad hand, the one you. Well, I guess that would be good exercise, wouldn't it? I give myself a thumbs down somehow, and I have no idea how I did it. The blinds will be leading the blind. Well, they make wooden blinds. Yeah, bamboo. Bamboo is wood. I don't think Neil wants us to see that painter again for a long time. Neil had to move to the park on the park bench. He'll be down at the train station going, I'm not going nowhere. I just need the place to lay down. We'll be going, Neil, video the train station. He's a jack of all trades, huh? Say they're still cleaning on it for the next month. Well, I'm sure you are, Christina. Maybe you better go to bed. You ever think about that? Yeah, he, he's learning to be O'Neill, and he practiced on you. he, he says, I want to be a jack of all trade painter. Yep, I'm gonna go practice on this guy right here. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him going. Or you don't know how to tell your friend, you're welcome to come over, but you have to watch me sit here and sleep. Okay, you have to ask Neil there, Peggy. Yeah, tell him to stand guard at the door. Don't let any noise they hear. Put a stop to it. Meg, I feel like I need hand therapy now after what my hand just went through. Yeah, How about is the door frame metal that the door, closes into? Frame is wooden. Well, that can swell. Is it? Wait a minute. What'd you say? It sticks. So it's not freezing. It's just sticking. The door frame itself could be swelling. Yeah. Just makes it harder to get in and out. Yeah, it could. No, I don't think being painted makes any difference. At the end of the night, I don't understand what you're saying. Ask me, Christina. Did you have a at the end of the night? You have a full moon. I don't understand what you're saying. Yeah, figure that one out for me, Neil. Yeah, now, uh, you you could be getting water. You could get the door frame on the out. You could get the door frame sealed on the outside. You could be getting some moisture outside in the top of the frame, and it could be getting it, moisture running down that door, and then have it painted up real good. Let me go. My phone's come back on, and all kinds of message things are coming up on it. A full hand? I don't get that, Kristen. But there was 16 or 17 more than that. Oh, well, I know it's not FedEx because they never deliver my package to my house. They deliver it to Scott and Peters or across the road on the other side. They never bring it to my house. They can't find this address. Or maybe 17. Uh, oh, me. Well, I know what I've been up to the past few days. I've been in La La Land. I learned. I'll tell you one thing. I got one on Brandon. The bee dance. The bees had me dancing. Glad that wasn't on video. Uh, Brandon. Oh, I mean, when they delivered the Guinea Palace, I just happened to be going down the driveway, and I saw this FedEx truck sitting down across at the neighbor's driveway, straight across from ours. I saw him sitting on the road there. But by the time I got down there, he done took this big old box, and he done carried it around there and set it at their gate, and was headed back to his truck. And I'm hollering at him. I'm like, "Hey, what address is on that box? I'm expecting something from FedEx too." And he looked. I said, "Well, that ain't it. That address is over here." Uh, I let him put it in the back of the truck, but I should have made him go up the driveway, load it back up, carry it back there, and go up the driveway, and unload it at the house. But I said, "You can just put it in the back of my truck." So he had to go over there and get it and bring it across the road and put it in my truck. But now I did one time because I got so frustrated with them. I wasn't, I just wasn't able to get out and do a lot of walking at all at the time. And they were carrying all my stuff and putting it over there on Scott and Peters' porch. And I watch them on camera and I holler at them on camera and they don't hear me. And so I got on the phone. I called FedEx and I said, "You didn't deliver to the right address. Didn't receive the delivery." They sent somebody back out, bring it across the driveway. The guy goes, "I know now. I know now." I said, "Well, good." I don't think they've ever delivered a package to my house since then. That's always been across the highway, across on the other side of the road, or over there. Yeah, they just never get it right. Yeah. Now the UPS guy knows the difference. I think once they had a substitute driver who was messing up, but I saw him pulling up the driveway on the camera, and I went to the door. When he got out, he pulled up and stopped it out there. I said if it's my address, it's over here. He goes, oh, okay. Other than that, UPS has been on been on the ball. Oops. Now FedEx used to be good. I years ago I would have stood by FedEx in a heartbeat because I had a business account with them, and I could be in a parking lot somewhere out in the wild blue yonder. I said yonder, wild blue yonder, and I could give them an address where I'm at and tell them I needed a pickup, and they would show up to my truck and pick up my package. But I don't know about nowadays. Fastest, fastest service 23. Well, you just have to decide if that was faster or not. If it's faster now than it was. Well, you heard, I forget where he was at or what it was, but before Biden dropped out of the president dropped out of the race, he uh, he said something about he beat Trump and he'll beat him again in 2020. I was like, okay, I just heard that. I just heard that. Yeah, he's gonna go back and do it over in 2020 again. I was like, okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, yeah. Well, I I think he knows he's having some troubles, but I don't think he realizes how bad they are. I ask every once in a while, am I really getting that bad, or am I still holding up pretty good? You know, I ask that question not just to myself, but to somebody that knows me real well. Yeah, Neil. Uh, the hee haws were kind of weak today. I mean, weak. These I started to put it on a video game so they'd holler louder, maybe or something, but I don't know. Had one or two good ones. But I sat here and fell asleep. Phone went completely dead. I don't know. Well, now, Eric might be cooking again. Well, thank you, Peggy. But I know I have a little bit of problems. It ain't got bad yet. And that's the one thing about being behind. That's one thing I like. Being behind the camera, I guess you could say. Uh, I can look over what I want to look over. Uh, Look my notes over that I made about different things I saw, or uh, sometimes even things y'all done or stuff or ask about or whatever. I can make notes and go over them before I go live or something like that, or before I make the video. And nobody knows the difference. But I might not remember them at all if I didn't. It's kind of like names of places and people. Uh, as well as I can sit here and name all y'all off, sometimes I struggle to remember. I know who I'm thinking about. I just can't get the name out. I just, what's his name? And people around me, same way. Uh, People I see sometimes every day, or quite often. Yeah, that's right, Neil. I'll tell you the truth. I actually looked at something I did here a while back. I shot a clip. I made a video. I made a clip of something that I was doing. And when I watched it, I'm like, I did that? Wait a minute. No, I didn't. And I had video that I did. I had to argue with myself about it because I didn't remember doing it. Till I saw it on the video. I wonder what time it was. Let me look and see what time it was I did that. Yeah, I do. And I have such, it's kind of like daydreaming to me. But things, it didn't really happen, but I have to deal with it, trying to figure out if it really did happen or not. Things are kind of like a dream. She's doing editing. Did you try InShot? I mean, InShot's pretty simple. You'll mess up on certain things and accidentally clip stuff out. Then when you rewatch it to check it, you're like, but it's not hard to fix. You can highlight before that or stick it back in there in between and all that. Well, that's kind of what it's like, Neil. Uh, I have something on my mind and go to bed and wake up and think that I already did it, or I I won't even, as far as I know, won't even have it on my mind and dream about it or something, or kind of daydream about it. I ain't gonna say really a dream, but then I have to get up and check and see. Did I do that? Oh no, I didn't. Well, I guess I will now. But that's yeah, I was gonna say that's a good thing about being on video. That's just like uh, I asked Meg just a minute ago. Did she try InShot? I couldn't remember the name of it. I looked at it on my phone here to make know the name of it, and I've been using it for over a year. StreamYard. I can't remember StreamYard half the time. I had to put it in when I first started using it. Uh, oh boy, it's guessing game. Oh boy, yeah, that's what I do. A lot of guessing. Uh, when I first started using StreamYard, I had to go. I had to write it down because I couldn't. I'd have to get up and go get the piece of paper because I couldn't remember what the name of it was to go to the website. And I guess what too, Eric. We guessed the same thing. And uh, so I finally clipped it to my tablet so it would always be there. Yeah, them words just slip away. I think I've got some of those dates circled on my calendar too. It's in the 20s, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and uh, that's something I forgot to do that I told myself I was going to do. I'm going to take the Turner out like 3 days before that, and I'm going to tell you, it ain't looking very promising. Not at all. It looks about like what the other incubator was doing. Just maybe it's their first year of eggs. I don't know. Just not developing. Yeah. Well, I was hoping for Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde have a little luck, but I don't know. Now, there's out of them four, two of them may be a possibility, and two is pretty much. I tell you, I kind of, I've, I've moved them around in there, so I've laid the ones that I didn't think was going to do anything is in one row, and the four at the top from the Guinea Palace, two maybe and two probably not, two a possibility, and I've moved 5 or 6 of the other ones that actually there's no sign of anything. Yeah, I just try. But we're gonna wait and see. I might be surprised. But and what is today anyway? In 3 or 4 days, I will be taking the rotator out and putting them just down in the thing and running and pumping up the humidity even more. Uh, I've been following it. I've been doing it by the book. Scott goes, I've never done that. I said, I know, and we've always had, it's always been good luck with it. It's always worked, but it's just something going on right now that we're not having the luck. Yeah, me too. Uh, but I said, I'm just following it step by step the way it says do it, just to benefit my own curiosity. So, uh, 22nd, the 20th or the 21st, they'll be they'll be going into the bottom of the thing, and I'll be increasing the humidity in there. Mondays. No, never know we buy it. Thought that was. Thought I heard thunder. I thought it was all out of here. Might be a jet or something way high up in the sky. Well, according to my phone, there's nothing going on out there. But that's thunder rolling. I think the weatherman don't know what he's talking about. Let's see. It's 20% off. I'll say, yeah, save it all. Well, I took marketing classes years and years ago, and most of what people buy is impulse buying. It's you put it in their vision, you put it at easy hand reach, you make it look good, turn in the right direction, make the colors shine. It's impulse. They see something. Oh, I'll try that. I'll get one of them. Oh, yeah, go ahead and add that to it. Uh, it's impulse buying. It's suggestive selling. Well, you see me in one of my videos. I didn't buy that milkshake. I'm like, nope, I'm not buying that milkshake because they ain't got the kind of milkshake I want, and I'm not gonna settle for nothing else. Nope, don't need it. I ain't gonna get it. Yep. And sometimes you pair things up. One of them is a good deal, but you're still making a profit on it. The other one you're making a good profit off of, but you pair them up, and people a lot of times will buy both. They go, oh yeah, oh that'll go with it. Yeah, that'd be good. You'd be surprised of how many strawberry onions, uh, cantaloupes, watermelons, things of that nature that people come in the store that never even have it on their mind to buy one. So we got some good cantaloupes today. If you don't take one home with you, you're gonna be missing out. You know, really? Where? how much on it? Oh, price is good today. It's suggestive selling. And it don't work on me because of the fact that I went through the training of how to do it. So I have told myself, here I am finding myself actually thinking about doing what I know what they're doing. No, I'm not doing that. Just pay a separate fee. What gets me is, well, that's not suggestive selling. That is in a sense, but it's also dishonest as all get out because uh, packaging fees sometimes can cost you as much as the product. So when they get finished, you actually paid for both of them. One they made a profit off of, and one they just threw in the package with it and moved it. And I watch these stores sometimes, and I see the price online, and I see prices at different places of a certain product. Say I'm getting ready to buy another 70-inch TV. Well, I'll start pricing them and watching, seeing what the prices are. So I really do know when they go on sale. I really do know when somebody has a good deal because if some of them have them raise the price up for 3 days and then lower the price and say it's a sale, and you're getting them for the same price they would have sold it to you to start with. I love the store once. Yeah, I like the one I saw. What was it? They had they had the price up here for like 69 cents. It says prices are dropping. Get it down for 99 cents. Yeah, you gotta. I mean, if I don't say I need something. I can live without a TV for ever how long I have to or want to. But if the TV goes out, well then I don't just run down and buy one. I shop for it and I watch the prices and I see what's going on and I find what is truly a deal. And sometimes you come to that point you go, well, that's just what they sell for, and that's what the average price is. So I guess that's okay. So if I want one, I'll have to pay that for it. Yep, that's going on too, Meg. Go buy a bag of potato chips. You can actually get the buy a bag of barbecue potato chips. You can inhale more of the flavor from the air pocket in the bag than you can get out of the potato chips. uh, I just like the experience of you know it's got to be a good TV. It's not just a big TV. It's got to have all the color in it, but it makes things all look different. And it's just the overall picture, the clarity of it. Make you feel like when you're sitting up in front of it that you're there. I mess with Brandon and Stephanie. I tell them I'll be sitting in here. You might have seen me do it. I don't know, but I'll be sitting here watching them on this TV. But I got I think that's a 32-inch TV in my bedroom. Uh, so I tell them, all right, it's time to make y'all lose some weight. I'm going to go to put you on the smaller TV. Yeah. Well, to do that, Neil, I just have to be right up on top of the TV, or either have my glasses on. No, it's just pencils on the TV. It's just the color, and you got to be careful. So you go. Uh, I don't know if you ever set a TV up and it was saved for a store display where you're clicking through it or home use or something. They have uh, a whole different setting that makes it look a whole lot better than it does when you bring it home in the store. Uh, they know what they're doing. So, but the truth is, you pay for what you get most of the time. The couch is just 5 foot away. Yeah. Well, I'm sitting here in front of this one, and I might be 6.5 feet away from it, right straight in front of it. But At the same time, I still can't read stuff at the bottom of the screen. I can see the time on it up there because of the fact that it's big enough for me to see, but I can't read. I know it has something to do with a Google picture or something at the bottom, but I don't. Cause I've got up there and read it before, but I don't know. I can't tell you what the who the author of the painting is or the picture taking is or whatever it may be. So, but I'm right here in front of it. Size of my bed. But I can also sit all the way back in the kitchen and pretty much know what's going on because the TV's pointing through the house. I think I'd like to have a 100-inch TV. Well, yours can't be more than 7 foot away. 7 foot away. Is it on the building next door? You look at it through the window. Yeah, I think that whole wall would look good with a TV, just TV screen. Play a game on it or something like that. Now, when I play that game, you feel like you're riding that horse, running all through the trails because you're right here. You turn all the lights out in the house, nothing but that TV on. You think you're riding that horse. I ain't played that game in months now. I thought about it a couple of times, never got around to it. Too tired. Shoot. I don't know. I'm gonna get. I think the next TV I buy, I'll go ahead and get it with a camera on it, so I can go on YouTube and sit here and project onto the TV, be on TV talking to you. Yeah. Well, I watch YouTube on mine. I mean, yeah. Well, I think that's what I got, a 24-inch computer screen over there on the home computer. But I don't use it much anymore. Uh, I like to be able to move around real easy. I pay bills and stuff like that on it and keep some records on it and stuff, but I don't use it that much anymore. But it's a real convenient. It's that all in one screen. The computer's in the screen, easy to move. I can move it to the kitchen table in 2 minutes and be online. Uh, I don't know what size my laptop is. My laptop's getting old, but it's still a it's still a good computer. Yeah, I get a 100-inch TV and put on this wall, and take this TV and put it in the camper. See, I don't have a TV in the camper. I always use this here computer screen or something on the phone to watch whatever I'm watching. But yeah, I can mount this big TV in it. It's not as hard on your eyes to sit here and watch that big screen. But I'm real conservative and I don't go around just buying anything. I always have been. But and I wouldn't replace this TV unless it went out. Now I had a 65-inch before this one, and it didn't last no time at all. And it was a Sony. I, I watch YouTube on the TV and bring the same live up on Facebook and I turn the volume down on Facebook and have the same one on it. We watch them both at the same time. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, well, ah, Cindy, good to see you. It's getting late. People start waking up. People start waking up by the time I'm ready to go to bed. Hey, young man at the pony rides today. He goes, "You got a YouTube channel?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "What is it?" And he started putting it in his phone. Then he spoke it in his phone. Then he looked, showed me. He says, "Is that it?" I said, "That looks like just like me right there." He clicked it. He says, and he started walking. He goes, "Okay, thanks. I just subscribed." I said, "Well, thank you." Uh, then he goes, "Oh, I just rang your bell too." I'm like, "All right, thanks, man." I doubt it. It's 11 o'clock at night here. And he wasn't, he was probably, I don't know, he might have been 13, 14. He's probably in bed. School started back here, I think, already. We just kicked back. Nobody's really complaining, and Meg's got a lot of exercise out of her uh, broken wrist hand. You know, the one she's getting better with. She's been pulling weeds with it today, so she's been getting a lot of exercise. September. I think school started back here. Maybe this past week or this week. See, somebody was in the store last week talking about going to a teacher's meeting thing, you know, before school. So they usually do that a few days before the first day. Just finished. Oh, we had some bad weather here. Some storms rolled through. A lot of high winds. Uh, it's been so long ago, but I think it seems like Eric. It was after Labor Day. I remember what I remember the most is school changing dates. I can't remember what they were, what month they were in, or anything like that. But Labor Day does sound familiar at one point in time. But then I remember them changing some stuff up, and uh, I'm in the northwest corner of the state of Georgia. And hello, Robert. Nice of you to drop by. They don't do that no more, Eric. You know that, don't you? They don't do makeup days anymore. They add so many days around here for bad weather. Uh, Snow days, they call them, or bad weather days, or whatever. Uh, but what I always wondered, they put them in there, and then if they don't use them all, how come school don't end a couple of days early? Then like the days they didn't use. State of confusion.
Motion detected in the front yard.
Oh, I'm on a whole nother week. Huh. Yeah, you could go out and play in the snow, Peggy. Snow don't keep kids in. Well, I can remember one Christmas. We could dig tunnels in the snow. I mean, the snow was so deep. Yeah, I remember me and Tony, my cousin, digging a tunnel. I think it was him. It was him or Dennis. One of the two. Uh, we dug a tunnel in the snow. You crawl through it and you're packing the walls. We don't we don't have them kind of snowstorms here like did up there in the mountains when I was a little boy. Don't have thunderstorms and lightning like the same as what it was back then. It seems different. Yeah, I think they have more days around here figured in than that. But that's because they can say there might be some snow, and everybody goes and grabs all the milk and bread off the shelves. And while the temperature's still 70 degrees outside, scared to death it's going to snow tomorrow, and it's going to be 80 the day after it's supposed to snow. They, they act like they're going to be trapped in their house for a year or something. They'll shut the schools down too. It tickles me. I mean, you look at the thing. Say, yeah, we're supposed to be getting some snow. They said we might see an inch. Oh, that's nice. You look at the forecast. Oh, it's going to be. Oh, yeah, there's a little chance of snow there, but the next day the temperature's almost 60. That snow's not going to be here any more than overnight, you know. Just might, if you get out early in the morning or something, you might want to be careful. On the road conditions or on the bridges, but other than that, no. Well, I'm glad y'all come and saw me. I was glad to see you. But I think I better turn in. I gotta get up early. I did get a good. I slept pretty good sitting here in this chair. I had it laid all the way back. And I was just cruising away. But I guess the past 4 or 5 days, that's the most I've been out. Is at the pony rides in a few days. They took a lot out of me. Well, Neil, we're glad to see you anytime. Well, good night, and everybody have a wonderful evening, or have a good day tomorrow. Uh, I might lay back there and finish this. I don't even know if I got anything done. I'll say finish or maybe start to make this video or put this video together from today. It shouldn't be long because I just shot little clips of people going hee haw or either not saying it. Uh, I didn't get, I didn't have the energy to get out and wander around and go check out the car show or anything like that. So it was what it was. At least I made it. But God bless. Remember, Jesus loves you. So y'all keep on smiling until I see you again. All right. Good night, y'all. Good night, Meg. Good night, Peg.